When did you start calling exhaustion a lifestyle? Man, you don't wake up tired. You wake up disconnected. Fatigue is not your enemy. It's the messenger you keep ignoring. You mistaken depletion for identity, as if being drained proved you were living. But tiredness is only a costume. Under it, something quieter is collapsing. You blame work, time, pressure. But pressure doesn't hollow a soul. Avoidance does. The erosion began the moment you stopped telling yourself the truth. So answer without flinching. When did silence become easier than honesty? You built your own collapse and called it order. Every checklist was a burial, every routine a shield against seeing yourself. You filled your days because emptiness echoed too loudly. Yet rest never touched you. Why? Because what drains you isn't effort, it's distance. You keep sleeping the hours your spirit refuses to inhabit. Your body lies down. Your soul waits at the door. That's why you wake up heavy. Because you're missing from your own life. You move to avoid stillness because stillness reveals cost. Every night you close your eyes hoping fatigue will fade. It never does. Because fatigue isn't the disease. It's the symptom of abandonment. You spent years repairing what was never broken while neglecting what is. Tell me, how long can a spirit run on imitation before it collapses? You call yourself productive. No, you're busy escaping. Movement is not meaning. Noise is not life. You've mistaken acceleration for purpose. And now you're surprised that nothing satisfies you. If you stopped, even for a moment, if you met the truth inside the silence you fear, would it destroy you or finally rebuild you? You already know. That's why you run. Every delay adds interest to the debt. Every lie compounds the exhaustion. You feel it, that subtle heaviness, even on good days. That's not tiredness. That's everything you buried returning with interest. The body recovers, the soul collects, and the collection has begun. What you call tired is truth waiting to be heard. If this is pressing on you, it's because a part of you still wants to wake up. You are not drained by effort. You are drained by distance. The farther you drift from who you are, the thicker the air becomes. That's why joy feels like memory. You call numbness normal. You call repetition responsibility. But numbness was never meant to be home. You want recovery without return. You ask for peace while defending the pattern that breaks you. You want rest without reckoning. Life doesn't work like that. If you know the source of the weight, why do you keep feeding it? You wake in the same loop and call it discipline. But that isn't discipline. It's fear styled as order. Quiet remembers. Every silence skipped becomes a postponed conversation with yourself. You blame time. You blame pressure. But deep down, you know, you are exhausted because you live against your own alignment. You trade peace for performance, presence for image, soul for structure. Who taught you that disappearing slowly was noble? Success feels hollow because it was built on absence. Every achievement becomes another room you enter without yourself. What truth would you face if you stopped running? Who would you be without noise to protect you from knowing yourself? You built a silence and called it peace, but peace built on avoidance rots in private. It doesn't break loudly, it dissolves you quietly. The body can't rest when the soul refuses to return. And the longer you postpone truth, the more your system rebels. Sleep cannot heal dishonesty. It only pauses symptoms. You patch the surface so you never rebuild the foundation. You rearrange the furniture of denial and call it progress. When did maintenance become your religion? You made exhaustion your proof of worth. The more drained you felt, the more convinced you were that you mattered. But depletion is not meaning, it's evidence of a life drifting from its center. You didn't avoid truth, you avoided yourself. That's why mirrors feel like witnesses. Every "I'm fine" was a small betrayal, a dimming, a quiet exit from your own presence. You didn't lose passion, you starved it. You didn't lose purpose, you drowned it in motion. You confused speed with salvation. Stop calling this noble. It's not. It's surrender disguised as effort. You know exactly when you crossed the line, the moment you shaped your truth to fit someone else's comfort. Every time you did, a part of you dimmed. Now you call the emptiness peace. Truth isn't therapy, it's exposure. And exposure burns. So answer without disguise. Who are you when no one is left to applaud? You can't build peace from avoidance. You can't rest in a body that no longer trusts you. The only cure for spiritual exhaustion is honesty without anesthesia. That's why you're trembling inside the silence right now. Because the silence kept the score. Every denied feeling, every postponed confession, every moment you smiled instead of spoke, they're all here, waiting for your return. If you know it hurts, why protect it? If you know the cost, why extend the bill? You don't need more rest. You need a reckoning. You want meaning, but meaning doesn't chase movement. It demands stillness. Peace doesn't enter through effort. It enters when effort stops pretending to be purpose. When did pressure replace presence? When did rest become performance? You blame the world for your emptiness, but the world only reflects what you neglect. Every "I'm just tired" is a burial of a deeper truth. What are you afraid it would reveal? That your exhaustion is not from giving too much, but from giving to what was never yours. You have carried yourself like a ghost, orbiting the person you were meant to become. You can't numb your way back to life. You can't heal in the silence that erased you. Healing begins with confrontation. Truth doesn't whisper, it breaks. You've postponed that break for years, hoping fatigue would turn into routine. But here you are, still empty, still exiled from yourself. The reason is simple. You don't need sleep. You need awakening. And awakening hurts before it frees. But listen closely. This pain is not punishment. It's the door. The fracture is the invitation. What you bury does not die. It waits. And what waits does not return to haunt you. It returns to restore you. Everything you've avoided, every truth you exiled, they are not coming back to break you. They are coming back to bring you home. You are not tired. You are unreturned. And now, finally, your soul has stopped waiting at the door. It is knocking.